All right, breathe. Woosah. This is like the third take, and I got these whole lighting set up, and I'm nervous because I haven't sat down in front of a camera in like, what, 2016, 2017, ever since I lost my GoPro on a boat party back in Ibiza when I did my season. But what I want to talk about, hey, everybody, it's your boy DJ Yukon, aka Jeff Manawatau, reporting from finally a dedicated little lab, as you say, or studio, or just the guest room. Oh man, I'm so nervous. I don't know what to say. I know what to say, but I gotta like focus the mind, focus the thoughts. What I want to talk about today is why I got out of the military after 5 years, out of the U.S. Navy after 5 years to go do a season in Ibiza. The year was 2016, so I was in the Navy from 2011 to 2016, March 2011 to March 2016. I was checking out of the U.S. Navy in Norfolk, Virginia. I saw videos of Amnesia, their 2012 trailer, and I had been to Ibiza. Let's see, my first time was 2013. I went a second time in 2014, took a break 2015, and then 2016 is the year I got out of the military, and I booked a one-way flight to Ibiza. That was January 2016, and I was planning, and I did go May 2016. Let's put a timer on this. I'm trying to do like a 10-minute video, but if I can get 5 minutes without getting too nervous, I'll be lucky. And I want to do this, hopefully weekly. And this is Coco here. She's laying down. But after those first two times going to Ibiza, the first time I went, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know a single thing. All I knew was, shout out to Jason Hashuga, who he's from New Jersey, and that was the era of Jersey Shore. Hold on, she's lying down. That was the era of Jersey Shore, Karma nightclub, and he had mentioned, because I was into the whole electro house, Layback Luke, Martin Solveig, those bass jackers. That was the era of like Boneless, and then I heard that Hey Now remix from Layback Luke, and I saw he was Filipino and he was doing some big things, and I had never heard a sound like that. But all I remember is that I had been listening to that for like 6 months straight at that point in time. And I was in Gulfport, Mississippi, going through expeditionary combat skills training before I would head out to southern Spain in Rota, where I got stationed for 4 years. And this dude told me, hey, you're going out to Spain. Why don't you plan a trip to Ibiza? All my homies, that's all they do. They save up money all year long to go to Ibiza. I think you would love it. It's just party island out there. It's just all they do is just party, party, party. The music you listen to, this EDM, kind of like house music, techno. It's what they do out there. And I think I did a research on it. I went on YouTube, looked up Ibiza, looked up some parties, and I went back to him maybe a couple days later. I was like, hey, Jason, yo, I think I want to try that out. I think I want to look into it because it looks like something I want to do. So I think it was 2012, summer 2012. I actually got to Spain, was that June 2012. And I was super ignorant, man. I was like, typical American. I thought Spain was like a part of Central America because Spanish. And I was like, oh, that's not too far from California. I could take a couple hours flight. And then I looked at the map, typical ignorant American. I look at the map, and Spain's actually in Europe. And then, my girlfriend, now my wife, she's like, yo, you're hella dumb, dude. That's hella far. That's across the Atlantic. And I was like, damn, I am hella dumb. I didn't realize that Spain is really not anywhere near North America. So I got there and I wanted to go to Ibiza right off the bat. Just what I was thinking about. Like, yo, I love this music, electro house. Man, I just want to see what this is about. And I really didn't know much because I come from, hip hop background. That's what I grew up on. R&B, like 90s R&B, alternative music. And this is my first exposure to this type of environment. So 2012, I plan to go out there on this thing called an MWR trip that they have on base called Morale, Wellness, Recreation. They have like a group trip and they go to like different places. So you're not by yourself, but you're like with military people. I'll pay the deposit on it. I think I backed out because I didn't actually back out the group going. There weren't enough people to go. So I just didn't go that year and I bailed out. But so I had myself for that full year, 2012, and come 2013, that's all I was consuming, just Ibiza. And I went on the forums, ibizaspotlight.com, because that's like what all my research kind of led to, because I'd never been there before. I was researching, I think the main party that I was looking at was called Pucka Up out of San Antonio. And the party was Pucka Up Boat Party mix, and you buy that boat party, you also get the ticket to go do Cream at Amnesia. And the lineup was Layback Luke, Steve Aoki, Chucky. There was a different night, and I went with like my fellow spotlighters. I still remember everybody. Fran, I remember Prit, I remember Grace. Now, mind you, man, right now it's 2026. I still remember these people from back then in 2023. And it's super fond memories for all those people that I met. Man, it's just crazy. You gotta think back on it. And I didn't know anybody going there. I went solo dolo on your own, your boy. Flying out. Went from southern Spain is Jerez de la Frontera airport up to Madrid, and I had a 12-hour layover. I didn't know that you could fly out of Sevilla or Malaga and just have a direct flight to Ibiza. So I had a 12-hour layover in Madrid, and all I was listening to was just dance music. And I think it was a red eye that went from Madrid to Ibiza. And I remember there's this Russian dude on the airplane. It's just me and him. And this was July 4th weekend. And obviously in Europe, they don't recognize that. But it was a long weekend for me. And I was like, man, what's this Ibiza thing about? And all I hear is this Russian dude out of his cell phone. Man, he's bumping like just dancing music. I can't remember exactly. It might have been like Avicii Levels. And I look at him because he's kind of like diagonal rear to me. And I look at him, I was like, you going to Ibiza? He's like, dude, we're going to Ibiza. We're going to Ibiza. I was like, oh my goodness. We get in the airport. I look around, dude. It's David Guetta playing. I think it's like Titania playing out of the speakers in the airport. There's nothing but billboards. You see like Amnesia, Pacha, Space. And I was like, this is a different world. I got a timer on right now. I'm trying to keep it coherent. I'm trying to keep it. But this is probably going to be the part one. This honestly, because man, it's bringing back this nostalgic feeling in me, and I think I booked a hotel, and I didn't know anything, man. All I knew is that I gotta take a shuttle bus, because I was not making very much money. Basically, I was a low-ranking dude. I think I was like a seaman at the time, which was like a E3. I was probably making like $600 US dollars every 2 weeks. I took a shuttle bus from the airport to San Antonio. There's like a little gas station outside of the main square. I walked to the hotel, and I think I was texting Prit on Facebook, and man, just that, just from the airport, on the bus to the spot, and then I was checking out the West End, and it was so refreshing. It was so freeing. Everyone's so friendly, and oh man, it's just I've never felt so accepted coming to the island in 2013. Yeah, this is gonna have to be a part one, man, because I'm going through this is like therapeutic. I really have to think back to the and guys, I don't have a script or anything. I'm just going off the top of my head. Yeah, but so I get to the hotel, and you're gonna have to wait for the second part because I think I'm already hitting 10 minutes and I'm getting nervous again. So I'm not even gonna edit this. We're putting it out just like this into the cipher. So hit your boy up on this next one. I'm gonna try to get my thoughts in and maybe write things down so I can go chronological. Anyway, your boy DJ Yukon, Jeff Monoatau, signing out.